Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Lagos, there lived a woman named Chioma. She was 32 years old, successful in her real estate business, and lived in a beautiful apartment in Lekki. But despite all her achievements, Chioma carried a heavy burden in her heart. Her mother had died 5 years ago, and the pain had never gone away. Every night before bed, Chioma would stare at her mother's photograph on the wall and whisper the same words. "Mama, I miss you. I wish I could see you just one more time. Just once. Then I would be fine." Chioma's mother had died suddenly from a heart attack. One moment she was laughing at the dining table. The next moment she was gone. There had been no time to say goodbye. No time to say thank you. No time to ask for forgiveness for all the small fights they had over the years. The guilt ate at Chioma like termites, eating wood from the inside. Her friends told her to move on. Her pastor told her to pray and release the pain to God. But Chioma could not let go. She visited her mother's grave every Sunday without fail, talking to the tombstone as if her mother could hear. Sometimes she would cry so much that the security guard at the cemetery would bring her water and tissues. One Friday evening, Chioma was driving home from work when she saw an old woman selling herbs by the roadside in Aja. The woman's stall was different from others. It had strange bottles and dried plants that Chioma had never seen before. Something pulled Chioma to stop her car. The old woman looked at Chioma with eyes that seemed to see through her soul. "My daughter, you carry the weight of the dead on your shoulders," the woman said without greeting. Chioma was shocked. How did this stranger know? The old woman smiled, revealing gaps where teeth should have been. "I can help you see the one you lost, but you must be sure this is what you want. Some doors are meant to stay closed." Chioma's heart began to beat fast. She wanted to see her mother again more than anything in the world. She did not care about warnings or consequences. She paid the old woman 50,000 naira and received a small clay pot filled with black powder. The instructions were simple. At exactly midnight on the new moon, Chioma should go to her mother's grave, pour the powder in a circle around the tombstone, and call her mother's name 7 times. Then she should go home and wait. Within 3 days, her wish would be granted. Chioma followed the instructions exactly. The cemetery was dark and frightening at midnight. Dogs were barking in the distance. The wind made strange sounds through the trees, but Chioma was not afraid. She poured the powder, called her mother's name 7 times, and went home to wait. On the first day, nothing happened. Chioma went to work as usual, but her mind was elsewhere. She kept checking her phone, expecting a call or a sign. On the second day, still nothing. Chioma began to think she had been scammed by a mad woman on the roadside. She felt foolish for believing in such things. But on the third day, everything changed. Chioma came home from work around 7 in the evening. She unlocked her door and walked into her living room. Then, she froze. Her mother was sitting on her sofa, wearing the exact dress she had been buried in, a blue Ankara wrapper and white blouse. "Mama!" Chioma screamed and dropped her handbag. Her mother stood up slowly